Every Sunday morning, I visited the small family cemetery. Generations of my family rested peacefully beneath those old oak trees. It was the most meaningful place on my property, untouched for decades. I never imagined anyone would disturb it. The neighboring HOA had been expanding its golf course for months. Heavy machinery worked closer to my private property lines every single week without slowing. I repeatedly confirmed where the legal property line stood. Everything seemed under control until one terrible morning. When I arrived, I could hardly believe what I was seeing across the peaceful ground. The construction had crossed directly into my family's cemetery. Several historic grave markers had been severely damaged. The heavy silence that morning felt much heavier than any spoken words of anger. I asked Penelope to stop all construction immediately. She insisted her contractors had followed the project plans carefully. I pointed directly toward the damaged cemetery boundary in frustration. She dismissed my concerns without even inspecting the site. I contacted the sheriff and county officials that same afternoon. They treated the sacred cemetery with the deep respect it truly deserved. An archaeologist was called in to carefully document the entire site. Every damaged area was photographed before anything else happened. County surveyors measured every single property boundary line. Modern GPS equipment confirmed the exact location of the cemetery. The findings matched my family's land records perfectly. The compelling evidence was becoming completely impossible to dispute in court. Historic maps were pulled from the county archives. The cemetery had been officially recorded for generations. Every new survey confirmed its protected location on the official land deed documentation. The documents told the exact same story as the land itself. County officials ordered all construction to pause while the investigation continued. Heavy equipment remained parked behind safety barriers. No additional work would continue until the official review was complete. Everyone was instructed to preserve the site. County officials gathered everyone who was involved for a formal evaluation meeting. Every report was reviewed carefully and respectfully by authorities. The evidence showed exactly where construction had crossed the property line. The discussion focused on facts rather than emotions. With the investigation complete, the legal process officially moved forward. The county filed the necessary documents through the court system. Everyone would have the opportunity to present their case. From that moment on, the facts would guide every legal decision made. The courtroom remained completely silent as the evidence was presented. Historic deeds and official records were reviewed one by one. Every document confirmed the cemetery had always belonged to my family. The facts became impossible for anyone to deny. The county archaeologist explained the deep historical significance of the site. She presented years of official documentation and survey records to court. Every finding supported the original property boundaries. Her testimony carried tremendous weight with the presiding judge. Next, the court reviewed the HOA's construction plans. Several important property references were carefully compared by experts. The approved project clearly stopped short of my private family land. The construction had gone beyond those approved limits. After reviewing every piece of evidence, the court reached its decision. The cemetery was officially confirmed as protected private property. Responsibility for the damage was clearly established by the court. The legal ruling focused on restoring what had been harmed. County officials began enforcing the court's official ruling immediately. Formal notices were delivered to the HOA leadership without delay. Every required step followed the legal process precisely. There were no surprises throughout the process, only true accountability. Restoration work began under expert professional supervision. Every effort focused on protecting the historic cemetery. Specialists documented each single step of the restoration process with great care. Respect replaced the carelessness of the past. Months of careful restoration brought true dignity back to the cemetery. The damaged memorials were respectfully repaired whenever technically possible. Fresh flowers once again surrounded the family graves. The peaceful atmosphere slowly returned to the land. Local neighbors gathered together to recognize the importance of preserving history. Many local residents admitted they had never known the cemetery existed on the property. The experience reminded everyone to respect property boundaries. The lesson reached far beyond one neighborhood. The quiet Sunday mornings finally returned to the family cemetery. Birds sang once again beneath the old oak trees. The sacred land felt completely peaceful after months of uncertainty and legal stress. Some places deserve to be protected forever. History deserves respect, no matter how much the world changes around us. Property rights and careful planning protect far more than just physical land. They protect precious memories, patience, documentation, and the law made all the difference in the court. Some victories are measured not by what is gained, but by what is preserved for future generations.